Alrighty, gurus. So the last and final matchup, and it's not one to sneeze at either. This is Johnny versus Alex. This is a good matchup, one that I am going to be watching for as well because Johnny's sneakily coming up in the ranks. I thought he was going to be in the basement down there too, but he's making a little name for himself this year. So I like how he's trending. I like what he's doing on the waiver wires. I still feel like he has the best running back room in fantasy, in this league at least, and that is what's really carrying him because his receivers are not that good. His quarterbacks are, average at best, so they're doing real good. So, and then the 49ers have been not the 49er defense that we were expecting. So, his running backs have been literally carrying his team, which is awesome because he played that accordingly. I remember him talking about it at the beginning of the year, and it's been working for him. I think he need to make some moves in the wide receiver department, but that's not for me to say. Let's talk about his team though real quick. Kirk Chains, like I said, that might be a high scoring game as well, so he's gonna get his. Saquon Barkley, can we please feature him? Like, why is he not being featured? Why is he not scoring every fucking week? It's crazy what that offense is doing over there in Philly, but I don't know. But he's still going to get his, though, right? He's still going to get his. He's still a top 5 back, just like Breece Hall. Unfortunately, Breece Hall has been getting like the Jahmyr Gibbs treatment, working hard between the 20s, and then when it's 20 and goal, the red zone, the 20-yard line in the goal line, the red zone, it's Braylon Allen, and that kind of hurts Johnny in that aspect because of obviously the touchdowns getting away from Breece Hall. I don't like T. Higgins. He's another name that might be getting traded soon, and until he gets traded, I don't see him being any good. Yeah, he gets his touches, yeah, whatever, but he's just not a dynamic wide receiver. Definitely not a wide receiver at this point that should be featured in anything. But if he gets traded to a team that needs wide receivers like a Kansas City, then my man boosts up big time. My man will have his stock rising like the sun. I don't have a good metaphor, but my man is going to be on fire if he goes to Kansas City, which I've heard that they are interested in. There's a couple other teams as well, so something to look at. George Pickens, though, I think he might actually benefit from Russell Wilson because that was the downfall from Justin Fields, was that he wasn't throwing the ball downfield. He wasn't pushing the ball, past 10 yards, throwing the ball that much. So that hurt Pickens a little bit in that aspect. So the fact that Russell Wilson doesn't give a fuck, he just throws the ball deep all the time sometimes, and he likes the jump balls. So Pickens could benefit from that. So I don't think that he's still a top receiver, but Russell Wilson can definitely boost up his stock if he can play like we can seen Russell play before. Pre-Denver days, though. Pre-Denver days. Dalton Kincaid. I don't know what's going to happen there with Amari Cooper now in the mix. He wasn't really producing that much. I think Dalton Knox caught the tight end touchdown last week, so I don't know what's going on over there. But he's still a plug-and-play kind of guy. You still got to play him. He's still going to get his touches. Josh Allen still likes him. So, and Kyron Williams, I know he's coming off of a bye. Now he was a little banged up too, but as long as he's relatively somewhat healthy, he's going to get 20 points, 15 points a game, fantasy-wise. So I don't like Jordan Addison either, especially in that Detroit defense. He hasn't been producing anyway this whole year. I don't know what else. Let me see what else. Well, he doesn't have a really good bench either, so that's why he's playing Jordan Addison. So I don't like that, so to speak. But you never know. They might do like what they always do and bracket Jettas and leave one-on-one matchups with Jordan Addison. That might work in his favor, but I'm still not a fan of his. On the flip side, though, excuse me. On the flip side, though, Alex getting James Cook back is going to be huge. Alexander Madison's doing his thing over there in Las Vegas. I think he's taking over that running back room. Jalen Hurts is not an elite quarterback. He's not even a great quarterback, I don't think. He's playing very good. Like, that's it. It's just good. I don't see him being anything that he was in the past. I think those days of him being elite quarterback have passed. So I don't think Jalen Hurts is like a top 5, not even a top 10 quarterback, in my opinion. In real life, and I don't even think in fantasy, really. But they're playing the Giants, so he might fucking go off. Whatever. Wan'Dale Robinson, though, love him. I don't know how much of an effect he's going to have with Neighbors coming back, if he does come back. If he doesn't come back, then obviously he's the one over there, and has been doing his thing when Neighbors has been out. So something to look for there. Travis Kelce playing against San Francisco. This matchup is always good in real life between Kansas City and San Francisco. I think big-time players show up in big-time games. I think that with the wide receiver room at Kansas City, that it's not that good. It's definitely banged up and definitely hurting and stuff like that. So I definitely think that Kelsey's does his thing, and here Maverick and Mavi, and shows up and produces. So I think this is a week that Travis Kelce shows up and shows off his old self, so to speak. Romeo Dobbs, I'm not a huge fan of his. Too many mouths to feed over there. And if your name isn't Jaden Reed or Christian Watson, I don't think that he's getting the touches. But they're playing Houston. It's going to be a shootout. So he might, sneak out another touchdown in there or something. I don't know. Just not a huge reception guy. He's not going to get the targets. Just something to look out for. I don't know how that's going to work. What I find interesting, though, about Alex's team, though, is him playing Juju Smith-Schuster. Like I said, the wide receiving room is not banged up. It is banged up, and I know Juju has familiarity with Patrick Mahomes, but I think that if it goes to Kelce more. I think that they feature Kelce a lot more than they do with the wide receivers. But, I mean, obviously they got to throw to a wide receiver, and the wide receiver is going to be either Worthy or Smith-Schuster, because that's all they got there. So I like the play as far as because of his wide receiver room in real life. So he's going to get receptions, he's going to get targets, stuff like that. I just don't like him in fantasy, if that makes sense. Defenses, though. Alex is playing his Giants defense against Philly. Ballsy, very ballsy, but I like it. I like it a lot. I think this is the game that Giants squeak out a win in real life, so that benefits the Giants defense. 49ers defense playing against Kansas City, a banged-up Kansas City offense, like I mentioned before, and I think the 49ers defense is still kind of banged up as well. So, but you can't rule out Andy Reid. You can't rule out Patrick Mahomes in real life, because Patrick Mahomes sucks in fantasy, but in real life, you cannot rule them out. They're very familiar with the 49ers defense, so I think that plays a role in this matchup as well. Without further ado, I have Alex, 126-122 over Johnny in this matchup. Guys, keep up the activity level. Fucking love it. I love the conversations on the chat. Like I said, I'm going to be posting that poll up so we can vote on if we're okay with Tommy doing the Christmas party dress up and stuff like that. And then last place is still doing the 5K in February. Okay, guys, have a good week. Good luck to everybody except Chris. And I'll talk to you guys when I talk to you guys. See ya. Have a good week, guys.